All right, DeMarcus Contrell Brown.
Your Honor, we were representing him, but we are going to be submitting a withdrawal to you. You should have it shortly.
All right, Mr. Brown, are you represented by somebody else?
Yeah. For the record, I am DeMarcus Bay, the implied surety for DeMarcus Contrell Brown. And I would like to file a motion in the court for additional 30 days for me to seek counsel.
Okay, so Mr. Bay,
Yes.
aka Marcus Contrell Brown, so you're seeking a continuance to get new counsel?
Yes.
Okay, do you have someone in mind, sir?
I not right now. I'm seeking counsel.
I'm not entirely buying this claim, and here's why. As the upcoming details will show, he has already secured legal representation from a nearby attorney with prior connections to him. It appears this was arranged well before the situation reached the point we're seeing now,
Brown.
suggesting he was preparing for trouble earlier than he let on.
Going to be submitting a withdrawal to you. You should have it shortly.
All right, Mr. Brown, are you represented by somebody else?
Yeah. For the record, I am DeMarcus Bay, the implied surety for DeMarcus Contrell Brown. And I would like to file a motion in the court for additional 30 days for me to seek counsel.
Okay, so Mr. Bay,
Yes.
aka Marcus Contrell Brown, so you're seeking a continuance to get new counsel?
Yes.
Okay, do you have someone in mind, sir?
Not right now. I'm seeking counsel.
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit on this, because as you're gonna see, he's already retained counsel from a local glue sniffer union.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to give you a continuance for 30 days, or I'm sorry, till January 5th. But by that time, you need to have counsel on board when they come back so that they can talk to the state to determine if there's anything they can work out on your case, or if they need to get all of the information necessary for a trial, if that's what you choose to do. So by
The
January
accusing deputy
5th,
is
I will
only
expect that you
required
will
to
have
appear
counsel.
if and only if
Well, I
one of
have
the parties
paperwork on the
issues a
docket.
formal
They haven't
subpoena
been
for their
rebutted
presence.
affidavits of
In
truth.
other
They
words,
haven't been
the court
rebutted.
doesn't
sir, we don't do
automatically ensure the
affidavits.
deputy
People have to
attends.
appear in person.
If a party
because
intends
there's
to
a
question that
confrontation clause
deputy
in
as
the
a
United
witness
States
during the trial, it's
Constitution that
entirely
says
there.
witnesses, you have
Responsibility
the right to
to take the
witnesses in
proper
person,
legal
so we don't
steps
do
to have the
affidavits,
witness
okay?
present.
If you have witnesses
Without
that
that
are going to
subpoena,
present
the witness
testimony
has
or
no
evidence on your
obligation to
behalf,
show up.
then you have to have them come to court and be sworn in and testify at that time, okay? So we're not doing any dismissing and all of that stuff. No, sir. When you get your counsel, they'll be able to discuss it with the state, and then y'all can present whatever to the court.
And the accusing deputy must be present too, right?
No, the accusing deputy has to be there if and only if one of the parties subpoenas them to be there. So if you intend on interviewing a witness during the trial, then it's your responsibility to make sure that that witness is there.
Okay.
So the people always say that, but here's the thing. The state gets to choose whatever witnesses they wish to bring, just like your side gets to choose whatever witnesses you wish to bring. You can't rely on them to bring the person that you want. So if you want to subpoena someone to appear for trial, then you need to subpoena them. You cannot rely on the state to bring your witness, okay?
Okay, I got you.
All right. Anything else?
And jurisdiction can't be challenged at any time, right?
No, sir. Jurisdiction rests with this court because this is where the locus of the incident is.
Well,
Mr. Bay, let me just explain something to you.
Court cannot confer jurisdiction.
Mr. Bay, listen to me.
Okay.
I went to school for 3 years for this. That's full time. If I had gone part time, it would have been 4 or 5 years. And I have been working since, oh Lord, I ain't gonna give my age, but I've been a lawyer and a judge for quite some time. I've been a judge for 10 years as of this year.
In a move that
a lot of
caught
times
everyone's
people come
attention,
before me because they've
reached for a
learned
law
stuff
book.
from other people,
At that moment,
or they've gone
you could
online,
almost see
or
the
they've
shift
read
in the
it
room,
themselves.
the
But I
self-proclaimed
tell you, it doesn't
sovereign
work the way
citizen
you
now
think
facing
it
a
works.
thick
And
volume
so
of actual legal authority.
There's a set of
If he was struggling to follow the proceedings before,
procedures,
this was about to take
all
his
of those
confusion
things that
to an
we have to
entirely
learn.
new
In
level.
fact, let me show you something.
Well, how do you have?
Wait. You see this book right here?
Oh shit, she whipped out a book. Now the sovereign citizen's gonna be extra confused.
This is just this year's edition of all the stuff that I have to be able to find to figure out what's going on in your case. This is just this year's edition. And I got a book like this that includes evidence and procedure. I got a whole wall of books. So when you come in here challenging jurisdiction and all of this stuff people have taught you, it's
I got
not
books.
that
Can I show you my Black Law Dictionary?
No, sir. Because Black's Law, that's a dictionary. That's not the full case. You know, you come in with all of these ideas about how you think the law works, but every lawyer in here has done at least 3 years of law school and trainings, trials, all of those things. So you're not going to change.
Never fails to amaze me how self-identified sovereign citizens
so the best
can
thing
end
to
up
do is to
stacking
get an
thousands of
attorney
dollars
who can talk to
in
the
fines,
state about
adding
your
jail
case,
time to their
and then
record,
we can get this
and
resolved.
burning through
Your
countless
case
hours,
is pretty simple.
time that
You
could be
got
valuable
traffic
if they
offenses.
actually had
You know, it
steady
still
work.
amazes me to this day
All
how
just to
sovereign
resist a
citizens can
system that
rack up
costs roughly
thousands of dollars of
$150
fines,
a year to
jail
follow.
time, and
math
hours of
alone
what would
makes you shake
normally
your
be
head.
precious time if they
Yet,
actually had a
if there's
job,
one
fighting
thing you
against
can't
a
accuse
system
the
that
sovereign
costs about
citizen movement of,
$150
having
a
a
year to
reputation for
comply with.
practical
But no one
decision
ever
dash
accused the
making.
sovereign citizen of being commonsensical.
Well, I still want you to prove on the record that you have subject matter jurisdiction, personal jurisdiction.
I'm not proving anything on the record, sir. I wear the robe. They put me in this position. I've been here 10 years. If I didn't have subject matter jurisdiction, I wouldn't be here.
So you say it's not a difference between public and private for the record. There's no difference.
Sir, get an attorney.
Okay, all right.
Thank
January
you.
5th.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And Mr. Bay / Brown, you've indicated that you wish to have an attorney, so I'm going to rely on the fact that you're going to have an attorney. Don't come back here with the same stuff, and I already told you it's not going to work.
So you telling me United States codes don't work?
No, I'm telling you, you don't know them.
Got him.
So first of all,
right here.
The United States codes don't work in Georgia because Georgia has its own code, OCGA.
So the meaning of driver is different in Georgia.
Yes, sir.
But according to 49.
Mr. Bay, I'm not doing this with you. Get an attorney.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. You're free to go. We'll see you on January 2nd at
wrapped
11
up his
a.m.
first
All
court
right,
appearance.
so that's the end
but
of his
things were
first
only
appearance.
just warming up.
Now let's get to
The
the
next chapter
spicy
brought a
bit,
surprising
where he brings
twist.
on his
He
attorney,
introduced
who also
his
happens
attorney,
to be an
who,
attorney
interestingly
general.
enough,
And,
also holds the title of
his
Attorney
lawyer
General.
also thought it was a good
And as
idea
if that
to bring
weren't
a
enough to
gun
raise
and
eyebrows,
sword into the Zoom
the
court
attorney
hearing.
joined the
Let's
Zoom
call
court
this
session
segment
while
how a
visibly
not
in possession
attorney
of both a
fucked his
firearm
not
and a
client's
sword.
case up.
It was
So,
an unusual
DeMarcus
combination
Control
for a
Brown?
legal proceeding, to say the
I have
least.
interest in that matter.
Let's call this next segment
It's the
how
defendant
a
error
would-be
free to go.
attorney managed to derail
It's the who, what?
his
Is the
client's case
defendant
before
in
it even
error
got off the
free to
ground.
go?
No.
Well, let the record show the defendant in error is ordered to stay and participate.
Well, let the record show that the defendant in error is not the brightest LED on humanity's light strip.
Okay, who is the defendant in error? That's a new one for me.
The all cap name is trust that
For
I
the
am a
record.
beneficiary of.
It's fair to say that the defendant in
My name is
question
not
is
spelled
not
in all
exactly
capital
the
letters.
brightest light
I have a court order
in
decree
the human
saying that.
chandelier. In fact, if humanity were a strip of LEDs, this one would be
Okay,
flickering
Mr.
on
Bay.
the dim setting.
Mr.
The
Bay,
choices made
do you
in
have
and
an
out of
attorney
the courtroom
representing
so
you,
far
sir?
have done
Attorney
little to
General-
improve that
Attorney
impression.
General, my attorney general is online. You may speak to me, sir.
Is the attorney general, Mr. Bay, hold on, let me ask my question before you tell me something crazy. Is the attorney general a member of the State Bar of Georgia?
I'm not. I'm a non-state actor. I'm a foreign national. Matter of fact, I filed
Sir,
a notice of acceptance of
Bay.
your oath of office.
Mr. Bay, I don't care if you were Alexander Putin, the premier of Russia. If you are in Georgia and you're represented by an attorney, that attorney would have to be a member of the State Bar of Georgia. Foreign national or not. Just as if you went to another country and you had an attorney represent you, that attorney would have to meet the requirements of that country and of that state. Okay, Mr.
Hell no.
Attorney, Mr. Bay, hush. Mr. Attorney General,
I'm trying to
are
set a
you
record.
Mr. Bay, Mr. Attorney General, are you a member of the State Bar of Georgia? You want to unmute for me?
Speak, bro. Get off mute.
Yeah, I'm not so sure letting Dog the Bounty Hunter and Captain Jack Sparrow's illegitimate child speak for you is a good idea. But hey, since you've already opened your mouth and spoke anyway, I guess he can't fuck up your situation any more than you already have.
What's going on is he's a member of a foreign state corporation basically doing business in Georgia. So
Okay,
basically,
sir, that's not what I asked you. No, sir.
I get what you're saying,
No, sir.
man.
No, and I get what you're saying, but we're not doing
I
that
know,
because
I know.
that's not how we operate.
I'm
Those are
not
the laws
entirely
under which
convinced that
I
choosing a
am,
representative who
I am
looks like the
required
unlikely
to
offspring of
conduct
Dog the
court.
Bounty
So
Hunter
we
and
either gonna
Captain.
do it my way, or we're
Jack
gonna,
Sparrow is the
put you
We
on
smart
understand the
legal
rules of the
strategy.
court. We understand the rules of the
Still,
court. I got you.
Okay.
Given
Are
that the
you a
defendant
member of
had
the
already
State
spoken
Bar of
freely
Georgia?
and dug himself into
No, I'm
a
not a member
deeper
of the
hole,
bar of Georgia.
Okay,
it's
What
hard
I'm
to
saying-
imagine his
No,
new
realize he's
spokesperson
from
then
making the
as
he
situation
can
much
represent
worse
And that
than
you
it
need, to
himself.
take,
already
you need
was.
to take consideration
At
on that
this
matter.
point, the
how you doing
damage was
business in
done.
Georgia.
He
Now
can
it was just a
represent
question
himself,
of how colorful the
or
rest of the proceedings
and
would be.